This is the curriculum I'm going to be using with my 2-year-old, the Gentle and Classical Preschool. Let's see. And this is how I've got it set up. I do have some books I'm still waiting for from the library. This one I couldn't find it, so I've got a different one coming. And this one I'm still waiting for. It's designed for, it's set up with 3 terms. Term 1, 2, and 3 for the art study. So I haven't even ordered these 2 yet. I'm waiting for this one, but I have some alternatives I'm going to use in the meantime. On the schedule. And this is the first unit with letter L. I'm still waiting for this book from the library, but if we decide to go ahead and start before it comes, then I'm going to use this book on YouTube. There's several of them that I found. We won't be using this because she's only 2, and this is for your 3 and 4-year-olds. Then F, E, and it just goes on. Okay, so for her first unit, we're working on the letter L. I haven't fully read through everything yet, so I don't have all the details yet. There's the schedule. We're most likely not going to follow that schedule. We're going to do our own thing. And these are what's called a handicraft. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The baby's fussing. So these are the handicrafts. I've got some supplies I'll show you in a little bit. But this is some kind of guitar thing we're going to be making. It goes with one of the books. But like I said, I haven't read all the details yet. And on here, I've got the books. Got them all except for that one. It hasn't come yet. But I have a replacement for it. Anyway, for her math, we've got some Play-Doh and some tools we're going to be using, mixing the red and yellow to make orange. She's too little, so we won't be writing anything, but we will do a build it and find it, which I will show you in a minute. That's F. So that's as far as I'm going in my mommy binder. I have that set up. Oh. And this is my daughter's binder. Okay, so this is my 2-year-old's binder. I have a big binder that we are going to be, that I store all of the pieces in. This is just some random thing I found on somewhere and I printed it. We're going to play with that. It is not part of the curriculum. It's just something I found. There you go. There's the schedule again. And this is for my daughter. Her name, age 2, and I've got her picture. I haven't decided what I'm going to put on this page yet. There we go. We're going to talk about, sorry for the glare. This is the first video I've ever made. We'll talk about the weather. We'll talk about the season. We're currently in winter. So I'm going to use this. Found it in the curriculum somewhere in one of the sciences. And I decided to add it to her binder. And then we're going to learn about cold, cool, warm, and hot. These here though she may not understand, it's just an introduction. We got a song we're going to sing for the days of the week. And we got a song for the year, or for the months of the year. And then I need to go back and find it, but I don't know how to incorporate the music and art study. But I do have the picture in here. Then we go on to the letter L for Unit 1. I've got this capital and lowercase. This one's part of primer, I believe. But I wanted capital and lowercase. This one comes with the preschool. And then she's got to find her letter L's. And this is a printable I found somewhere. And so she'll identify the capital L's and the lowercase L's. And we'll just discuss these. I don't know what I'm going to put on this page yet. Then we've got the orange and the red and the yellow. Now, it does recommend that we use the Kate Snow's preschool map at home. We are not going to be doing that. We're kind of going to do our own thing, which I will show you in a few minutes. But this is just her binder where we're going to be working through. Use the pictures and identify different colors. And this here, I'm going to use some erasers, but I don't have them in our supplies yet. But on here, we're going to talk about, like, this is the number 1, and then, this is the quantity, but this is not 1, so you're going to use erasers to fill this in. In her binder, though, I've only got through 5, and then I have her 5 frame. We're not going to be using this one yet, but it is in here. In here, I've got her memory statement cards. And these all go with Unit 1. And I've got them laminated. And like I said, this is in primer, but I went ahead and printed it and put it in the preschool because I want her to learn the capital and the lowercase at the same time. Okay, so on here I'm going to fill in her first and last name, and I'm going to put a picture of her on here on her card. We're not going to make the a wall or a board. It says to make like a memory statement board. We're just going to keep them in here and go through them, kind of flip through them, lay them out, kind of play with them a little bit. But anyway, there's this orange and the red, and here's the book. Also, there's the poetry. We don't have this book yet, but we're going to look up the poem if the book hasn't arrived yet. And then we have these cards. And I've only got through 5 in here. Okay, now here's our big stack of books. This is, since we're starting with the letter L, this is our alphabet book we're going to be using. This is one that we own, but we'll be using this page for the L. And this is one that we own. And then we have the lemurs. And this one is one that I own. I'm substituting this one for the Llama Llama Mad at Mama because we don't have the other one yet. The other one is a library book, and this one's ours. So these are the library books that did come. We've got the Lorax. Is Your Mama a Llama? We're Going on a Leaf Hunt. The Little House. Little Bear. Now, the curriculum recommends 10 Little Ladybugs. That one, I could not find that one. So we own this book. This is 10 Little Lambs. So we're going to do that one. It's still the letter L. So we're going to use that one. The Little Blue Truck. I Love You Forever. Lost. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. This is our book. We own this one. And these are just some extras that I found when I was looking for the book list. The Lost Little Bird and I Love You Forever and a Day. Okay, so in this box I have, these are ways that we are incorporating her name. We have a stamp pad with her letters. The stamps are just in capital letters, but I've got just her name pulled out. She got this for Christmas, her name puzzle. And then we also have her magnetic name. So there is no writing. She's only 2, so there is no writing. Our first letter is L, so we're going to do the lacing the lion, lacing the lamb. Here's part of her build it. We have the magnetic letters, and she's going to build it. I've got a little kit of the magnetic pieces to build the letters. And then we have like a whole bunch of random stuff in here. We've got the letter L. We have magnetic L. We have this magnetic L. Okay. I found these in one of my craft kits somewhere, but they're little ladybugs. Don't know what we're going to do with them yet. But we have the puzzle. We put the L in there. And then she'll put the lowercase L with it. I have a whole set of this. It's a memory game. So once she learns a few of the letters, or once we get through a few of the letters, we'll play a game with them. Oh God, let's see. Got some flashcards too. This one's a lamp, a lobster, the light bulb, llama, lemon, lamp, leaf, lamb. These are really cool. I don't know where I got them, but let's see. It says lion, the letter L. Got a little puzzle with a lemon. Here's another puzzle with the lion. I've got this one with the lion. Let's see. And then I threw it over here. And then we have, this is a laminated butterfly L. I've got all the letters for this. Okay, I've also got this. This is just me being extra. I've got a frog because that's going to be part of our science. But for the letters, we're going to work on the ladybug and the lion. And then the frog, like I said, is part of science. I'll show you the science in a few minutes. And we've got her letter puzzle. It's wood. It's very cute. A ladder for L. And then here's the materials I've got collected for the handicraft. It's got a bag of rubber bands and 2 different size boxes. Got this one and this one. And then we have a little box of the Play-Doh stuff. Here's the Play-Doh. The red and the yellow will mix for orange. And there's some fun little tools that we've got. Okay, I've also got her paper, marker, and watercolor pad. And then we've got her giant finger paint pad. Oh, this is one of our books we own, and it's giant. The first page, we have a little frog, but we're going to use this page back here with a giant lion for L. And that's just something extra that I found. Now, for the music and art study, like I said, I don't know. I got to go back and look at the curriculum, but I don't know how to incorporate it. I have to go back online and check. But these are some extra books that I found from the library that we're going to use to go with it. The sunflowers. And then we own this book. So we're going to use this one. I'm still waiting for the one from the library. And then, like I said, I have to go back and find out how to incorporate the music and the art studies. So here's our math. We're just going to wing it. We're going to do our own thing. We've got different counting books. And this is shapes of things. These, by the way, we own all of these books. Her numbers. Some shapes and colors. Opposites. Here's some numbers. These are them little fingerprint touch books. They're called alpha prints. I've got a whole set of these, but I only pulled out the numbers and colors for now. I also have these little puzzles. There's 3 of each. There's 3 different reds. We have 3 orange. And then I've pulled out the yellow. And there's 3 different pictures for yellow. Also have our numbers. We got lots of flashcards. I have these little puzzles here. Okay, so I have these little number puzzles. And put the numbers in them. They're made of wood. And then I have these little puzzles. We're only doing 1 through 5. Okay. Then we have, I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet, but I have 2 of each, red, yellow, and orange. I got these paint samples from Lowe's, red, yellow, and orange. I pulled these out of our touch and feel cards in red, yellow, and orange. I've got our numbers, the touch and feel. I've got 1 through 5. Let's see, I've got our number blocks here. There's 5. There we go. We have our little number blocks. And then I've got our paint we're going to use for mixing red, yellow, or red and yellow to make orange. Okay, so here I have our science box. Yes, she's only 2, but we're going to incorporate a little bit of science. And this says it's for K4 through 4th. I am doing an extremely simplified version of this. But she's got these characters. I'm going to put them on a popsicle stick. I'm going to use the characters. I'm waiting for this book from the library. I own this one, and I'm waiting for this book from the library. Let's see. Okay, so here's Unit 1. And like I said, I am doing an extremely simplified version of this. I have not fully read through. But I'm going to go over to this section here. On the schedule over there. But this over here, here's the characters, the introduction. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of like read through and highlight a few things to discuss with her. So like I said, she's only 2. And we're just going to kind of like talk about a few things. There won't be any writing. We'll go over the poem. She won't have to memorize it. But we're just going to do an extremely simplified version of this. The milkweed, I'm not sure we're going to do it right away. I think I might postpone this because we are in Georgia. And I found this online. It's the field guide to Georgia milkweeds. And everything shows that the bloom period is between like May and July, June and July. So it looks like our summer months here. So I'm just most likely we're gonna put this off, kind of like just move it back once we start getting through it. We'll go from there. Then I got our cards again back here. So like I said, most likely we're gonna put the milkweed off. But I have her little cards printed. The frog, the froglet, the tadpole. There's the life cycle. And then there's her memory statement. So we'll do that. Okay, and here's our supplies. This is just me being extra. This is our frogs and ducks and our pond. Got this little magnifying glass. I have this it's another little magnifying glass. The little cases. I got this from the Dollar Tree a couple years ago for my son, but apparently he never used it, so I snatched it from his room. Okay, our books we have, I Love Frogs, How Does a Tadpole Grow, Tadpole to Frog, Watch Me Grow, Frog. And we own this book. My oldest daughter used this at one point in time for her schooling. But it's a very simple book. Very simple book. Okay, and we own the rest of these books. We have this one. This one. I am not sure if these are the same books or not. We'll see. This is super cute. This one here, we're only going to use this tabbed page here out of this book. Oh, sorry, this one came from the library. We don't own this one. And then I've got this little bag. We've got our frog. We do have the life cycle of the butterfly in here, but we're not using it yet. We are going to be using our frogs. And I believe that is about all that I have for our Unit 1. I'm going to, like I said, she's 2. It's going to be a super simplified version. Nothing extreme, nothing crazy. Lots of outside play. We're just going to have fun with it and see how it goes. And I will update y'all after we begin and get a couple lessons in. Thank you for watching.